Hello, thanks for joining us. My name's Andy.
My name's Gareth.
And this is a flipped preaching video where we're going to spend 10 minutes or so just looking at the passage for the coming Sunday, so that we all get a chance to think about it and dwell on it before it's preached on in church, so you can get a chance to think about it beforehand. That's the dream. That's the dream. So this week we are continuing in the book of Mark, and it's Mark 7:24 to 37. Fantastic little story here, really, really challenging, really, really difficult. So just to give some context to what's going on here, Jesus has gone to what's called the district of Tyre, which is as far north as he ever goes. This is like going to Ramsey. It's that kind of extreme sort of north into the wild.
Pack a picnic.
Yeah, definitely.
Off you go.
And he seems to go just wanting to almost go on a holiday. He says he goes into a house and he didn't want anyone to know he was there. So he didn't go to do his ministry. He didn't go to spread God's love. He just wanted to have a break, it seems. But that didn't work. It never works for Jesus. Doesn't work for anyone, I don't think. And he bumps into, this woman, it doesn't bump into her, a woman bursts into the house and forces him to take notice of her. And they have this conversation, which puts Jesus in a really bad light. I think it's fair to say. So what did you make of this passage?
Yeah, Jesus is there trying to hide away, and the woman comes in and kind of, she challenges him, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's wanting something from him for her daughter to be healed from the demon, and he's saying, no, the children are important.
Yeah,
they're the most important.
but by children, not her child. Jesus seems to be saying that the Jewish people are the children of God. Yeah. You're not,
because she's a Gentile.
Person. Yeah, it says she was a Greek, a Syro-Phoenician.
Okay.
So Jesus was saying, you're not actually a child of God. You're not part of God's chosen people.
Yeah.
So therefore, no, I'm not going to heal your daughter. I've got plenty of other people to be dealing with first. No.
Not a side we see.
No.
Of Jesus.
No.
Often that kind of exclusive.
No, I mean we see it with the Pharisees. Mm-hmm. They're all about keeping themselves pure and distinct, and you see it a lot in Acts as well. In the book of Acts, of the early church, they had a real dilemma about what to do when people become Christians who have never been Jews. Did they have to do all the Jewish stuff, like be circumcised and obey all the food laws? And there was a real argument in the early church about sort of whether we need to keep the Jewish kind of separate distinctiveness. But yeah, Jesus is really rude. He calls her a dog. And
pretty hard.
It is. And some of the commentaries on this think that it's more like puppies. It's a nice thing, but it really isn't. It's quite a rude thing to say.
Yeah.
But this lady comes back, and then she answered and said to him. She answers back to Jesus and says, but even the dogs under the table eat from the crumbs of the children. Yeah. She comes back at him and takes him on. No, that's amazing, really. But Jesus, in verse 29, brilliant verse, he said to her, because of this, because of what you've said, because of your argument, I realise actually I'm wrong and you're right. Therefore, you can go because your daughter's been healed.
Yeah. Almost
astonishing.
Perhaps Jesus saying, yeah, you've got a point there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not been kindly to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll heal your daughter. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, almost.
Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it's. I mean, do we think Jesus was wrong? Was he, was he really being prejudiced here? Was he just living out his prejudices he'd been brought up with? Was he being rude and sinful? Some people think he was perhaps pretending. He was just pretending to be like a Jewish rude person.
Do you think because he was trying to get away and have a break, try and have some sort of, for whatever reason, he wanted to be alone, maybe he was just using this as a kind of, no, I don't deal with you, I deal with these people, kind of,
maybe,
give me some space to have perhaps it was just a reaction and then he thought, no, hang on.
Maybe, yeah, but the upshot is that Jesus repents. I don't know if that's too strong a word, isn't it? But he changes his mind, certainly. He thinks, okay, yes, you are actually a child of God too, as are all of your people. Mm-hmm. Women, men, people who aren't Jews are actually part of this. And he goes on then to do a series of healings and teachings, and he feeds the 4,000, so he does another feeding miracle in their territory.
Yeah. And
it just opens up. The rest of this passage is we've not got time to look into here, but it's a healing miracle of people from that area as well. And they get it, they hear, they see, they see the goodness of God. There's a real sense of new people being brought into the kingdom. Yeah. People who you might think shouldn't be there. This woman is the first kind of chink in the armour that breaks down the barriers.
Perhaps, we can all be a little bit like Jesus, can't we, in his first response to that lady. Oh no, I don't associate with you because X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just something for us to think about, to take from that reading about, hang on, if Jesus can do that, maybe we need to do that,
Yeah.
More.
Absolutely. Yeah, one of the books on this, one of the commentaries said that Jesus allowed himself to be shamed. He allowed him, he said, hands up, my bad, I got it wrong. And he was big enough to let himself be shamed in that way and to admit, yeah, okay, it's bigger than that, the story's bigger than that. And yeah, exactly, we need to as well, we need to be ready to admit that, okay, we've been thinking a bit too small-mindedly about this.
Yeah.
I wonder what you think. It's a very challenging view of God. We've got God here changing God's mind because of somebody arguing back.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Difficult. Okay, well I wonder, I hope you've felt a part of this as well. You've been sort of joining in your own way. There's a comment section below the video, so do feel free to share your thoughts there, and we'll sort of get back to you on that. So, okay, the passage of the Syrophoenician woman. A good one.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Cheerio.
Bye.